So I was on YouTube today, and I was looking up just stuff, and I typed in Harry Potter theory, and the first thing that came up was that Ron is Voldemort. Ron is Dumbledore. That is actually a legit theory, even though it isn't true. But when I was like, okay, there must be something. There were no videos, and yet it's the top result, right? It's like what you type in, Harry Potter theory, Ron is Voldemort, Super Carlin Brothers. How is it like that? What is wrong with the Wizarding Society today? Because, okay, when I went on, there were no videos up to even support this possibility of Ron being Voldemort. And so then I was like, okay, went to Google. There were no, like, videos or articles or anything with the evidence of Ron being Voldemort. But for the fun of it, I'm gonna debunk this theory. Let's get into it. So, first and most obviously, time turners were destroyed. Now, this is something that nobody's really ever brought up, and at least in any series I've seen, but there is the possibility of the time turners being recreated, but still, I feel like they're still heavily protected in the Department of Mysteries. Yeah, that's the name of it. And so I just think it would be highly unlikely for him even to be able to travel back in time. My second problem with the theory is that Ron isn't a Parselmouth. Because, oh no, that Voldemort was a Parselmouth, and Ron most definitely wasn't. My next problem with the theory is the problem of physical transformation. Now, obviously we know that one can physically transform to look like one thing to another, but he would literally have to look aging. He would have to, even if he were to do this, he would have to give himself these little, minute changes almost every day so he didn't stand out and just always stayed like his younger self. And that's just so absurd. It's just impossible to believe. My biggest, utmost problem with this theory is why? Why would Ron go back in time to literally fight Harry? He knew the future, he was friends with Harry, and he hated all of his would-be followers if he did go back in time. And so just this idea of him going back in time and just being with the people he hated all of his childhood and literally having to relive Hogwarts and all this stuff, it's just so absurd. I can't even believe I'm talking about it right now. It's almost as absurd as the Ron Dumbledore theory. Well, guys, if you don't believe me, sign out of your account so it doesn't have your search history and look up Harry Potter theory. Don't enter or anything. Just, it will be Ron is Dumbledore. It's insane. And so, I didn't think any of you would actually believe this, but if you did, don't. Bye. Kaplan Cafe, out. So, I just finished editing, and I realized I never did my intro salute. It's a okay sign for those of you who didn't figure that out. So I apologize, I did not know I didn't do this, and I will make sure to do it and check to make sure I do it in future videos. On to the outro. Well, hey, you made it to the end. Well, hey, you made it to the end of the video. Good for you. I like you. You're from Hogwarts. Why aren't you doing your schoolwork? Well, if you don't go back to doing your schoolwork just yet, click right here to subscribe to the Kaplan Cafe and click up here to watch the video that YouTube recommends for you. Bye.